Hey everybody, Anthony jumping in here quick just to let you know that we are currently waiting for the participants of tonight's feature match to enter the call. So just give us a couple more minutes here and we will be off to the races. Thank you. Quick update, we have received word that it's going to be happening in about 5 to 10 minutes, so just, again, give us a little bit here and we will get things rolling. I will jump in as soon as possible, and if you're watching the replay of this, you can go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Once you see the normal stream overlay show up, that will be when you know when to, start watching. So we will return in a little bit. Thank you. Alrighty, we are getting close to this match starting. Sorry for this being late at night. It's just how things worked out. But again, this can be watched after the fact. And again, sorry about this just happening later than expected. Just timing issues and not sure being exactly when the time was to start. But we are here covering the inaugural Two Losers event. Now, what is Two Losers, you ask? Well, it is a new format that's been introduced by Team Bayformers that is designed to encourage the use of some more underutilized stratagems. Now, basically you're bringing 2 decks to a Two Losers event, and each one has to have a loser stratagem in it. Now, what are the loser stratagems, you ask? If you go to the Bayformers website and under events, there is a Two Losers tab. There is a list of all the current stratagems that are illegal for Two Losers. If you find a strat on that list, you're able to use it. If you don't, it's illegal, so no spotlights allowed. So for example, out of Wave 5, you see things like Aerial Enhancements, Cayman Toughness, Metallicato Stance, that kind of stuff. The Arc Wave 1 has stuff like Arm the Lonely, Can't Squish This, and Mayhem. BFA has stuff like Cantankerous Attitude, I Can Speak, Colossal Cannons, Hit Me With That Beat, which really should not be on there, and Verdant Aegis, and, let's see, what is it? Turbo Revan Phase 1 has stuff like Assault, Protocol, Covert, that kind of stuff on there. So, basically you have 2 decks, each of them has to have a assigned loser stratagem, and the character that it's associated with is your loser character. And in between games, you're not allowed to decide if your loser stratagem or your character, but you are allowed to switch what deck you're playing. So you have those 2 decks. You're allowed to swap your decks in between games, but you cannot both sideboard and swap your deck at the same time. Now, as for your sideboard, the rules for this are a bit weird. You start, when you begin deck construction, you start with 0 sideboard slots. And basically, when you pick your 2 loser stratagems, they each assign you a number of sideboard slots that you'll be able to use. So, for example, if you look at the Turbo Revving stratagems, Assault Protocol for their promo Nightbird gives you 2 sideboard slots. So does their All Hail Megatron stratagem for General Megatron. Artillery Support for Warpath only gives 1 sideboard slot. So, like, I'm going to give you an example for myself, and this is kind of spoiling what I'm going to play. I am playing Titan Master's Attacks, Megatron Stratagem Revenge, which gives you 3 sideboard slots, and BFA's Death Crystal Cannon, which gives you 2 sideboard slots. And this means I have 5 total sideboard slots to use. And again, you basically have the option of either swapping decks in between games or siding in cards with your current deck. And I think the normal rules for sideboarding apply. I think each slot, you can either put a stratagem, a character, or a battle card. I know you can put battle cards in slots, and I know you can put characters and stratagems in at least 1 slot. I am just double checking here. I am actually reading this right here. Also, you only get 1 sideboard bonus or you're only allowed to declare 1 loser stratagem, so you cannot take multiple loser stratagems and get additional sideboard slots. You basically just declare the stratagem that gives you the most sideboard slots, and that's where you go for those. Like, for example, in my Death Crystal Cannon list, I'm running both Artillery Support and, what's it called? Death Crystal Cannon, but Death Crystal Cannon gives me +2, whereas Artillery Support only gives me 1, so I'm using Death Crystal Cannon as my loser stratagem. So that is how this works, and it looks like both players are in the room, so we are just waiting for cameras to go up, and we will wait for that. And as you can tell, we're seeing Sunstorm versus Greenlight. Now, Sunstorm does not have a stratagem at the moment, so he is not the loser character. You will see the loser character momentarily, and you might have an inkling as to what it is if you watch the most recent King of the Jankyard. This should be interesting, to say the least. So we are just waiting here for one more camera to be set. So I'm not sure really what else to talk about here, but apparently the variety of decks that we are seeing is pretty good, actually. So this is the kind of... Bill is right in my ear. I forgot that Bill is right in my ear. But yeah, we're seeing a pretty good variety of decks. I know some of them that are floating around and some of them that aren't. Seems like a pretty good balance overall, all things considered. So we are just waiting here still, and I really don't know what else to talk about here. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just was called in on something, and now I will have to send somebody a message. So we are still waiting. And it would probably help if I turned my ringer off just so that way, you know, professionalism is maintained to an extent. God, we're already 25 minutes into this and we haven't even started. The joys of live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. The joys of live streaming. Okay, it looks like we're about to see some characters, or the cameras. I was confusing things again. And I need to turn down people's volumes, that way I can actually talk to myself, or talk to things. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can actually talk now. So we are doing that right in my ear. So anyways, so we have things on the table now, so we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the thing. And oh god, that is backwards. Please stand by. I did not realize that it would be like this, and I have the things backwards. I will have to fix that later. But Crankcase is going to be the other loser character that we are seeing. Now, Greenlight was the first character, or the first loser character that we saw, as I kind of hinted at in the thumbnail. So, Greenlight stratagem, if you've never seen this, what it does is while Greenlight has at least 3 green upgrades on her, she can't take more than 4 attack damage. So, basically scrapnel. Also, she gets a +1 attack boost from it. So that's what Vangelis is running alongside Raider Chop Shop, Raider Tailwind, and Sharkticon Chomp, which Chomp has some nice synergy in here just because, again, you are able to get extra green upgrades out, and Vangelis' camera's a little fuzzy right now, but we'll deal with it. As for the other competitor in this round, Travis, he is running a Sunstorm list with Crankcase and data protection. If you watch the most recent Jankyard, you know that is interesting combo, to say the least. And if you're not familiar with data protection, basically while Crankcase is alive, upgrades can't be scrapped from whoever's playing Crankcase's hand, so Sunstorm can get a decent attack boost. And Beachcomber is the 3rd character of choice here, which is interesting. Both me and Tank, when we did our Jankyard episode, played different characters than Beachcomber. I played, what was it? What did I play? I honestly am having a hard time remembering. I know Tank played Bug Bite. What did I play as my 3rd character? Oh god, I am blanking here. What was it? Oh, it was Redwing from Orc 1. Yeah, now I remember. That was a interesting decision, to say the least. But it looks like we are almost set to go here. And one thing I would like to mention before we get started, I mentioned Greenlight Strat is a BFA card. You may want to pay attention to the outlets that are covering BFA cards, because there are going to be some opportunities over the next few weeks to possibly get yourself some copies of printed BFA characters, stratagems, battle cards, or even full sets potentially. So I'm not allowed to say much more about it, but I will tell you that much. You're gonna want to keep an eye out for things. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just getting some reminders about what everything does, and we are going to be getting started here. Okay, so Let's go ahead and check over on the stream. We got a viewer. Excellent. And nothing in the chat. And again, sorry for this being so late. And Evangelist is saying we are free to jump in if a rulings error is made. Also, I will do my best. Had the King of the Jankyard decks not been mirrors, Red Wing would have been a decent choice. Probably, just because, again, both me and Tank had to use Crankcase with data protection just because we were both playing Sunstorm with computer sabotage. Thanks, Naga. Anyways, looks like Evangelist has won the die roll. You guys are good to go. I've been just yammering for the last few minutes, so you guys are good to go whenever. And they were just saying, yeah. Basically, they were saying, like, yeah, we're just waiting for Hawk on this one, and then, yeah. And Vangelist is going to be going first, and we are off to the races on Two Losers, the inaugural event. This is exciting. Let's go. Anyways, also Tank is the viewer in the chat. Good thing we have an admin here, just in case this randomly explodes somehow. And Vangelist's camera just kicked up in quality. That is, and it's back down. Well, I'm going to be having to deal with this whole night. Maybe you guys won't? I don't know. Can you guys see Vangelist's camera okay? What's it look like? Oh, it just kicked back up in quality for me. Okay. It's like when I say it, it drops. So we're just waiting here to see what Vangelist does turn 1. I haven't seen him in other tournaments before. I'm honestly not too sure myself, so I'm not going to comment further on that because I don't want to speculate. Tank! Just because you're a mod doesn't mean I don't have the power to mute you. Flipping Chomp for turn, and that is going to be, I think, the standard turn 1 play. Let's be real with this deck. So if it ever crops up again on the feature match, you know what Vangelis is going to do. Assuming, of course, he doesn't side out of this deck for game 2 or 3. We'll see what happens if we even see any siding of decks. Attack drone onto Tailwind, so this deck is on attack drones. Unfortunately, I do not have the deck list, so I can't fully comment on anything. I was just giving knowledge of the teams ahead of time, just for the reasons of being able to set up the stream beforehand. So Vangelis has the attack drone, sending Tailwind into Sunstorm, it sounds like. So that is 4, 5, oh, no, 4, 6 going into Sunstorm's 4. Oh, no, that went into Beachcomber, excuse me. I misheard that. So Beachcomber takes 3, and then there are green icons on both sides. Vangelis has a processor and a reprocess, dropping a Vampark for a processor, and dropping a handheld for a pocket onto Travis's side, and we're going to go ahead and move over to his turn. So the draw, and what will be the play is the question. We're going to see Beachcomber flip. Makes sense just to get that engine online. I mean, both Crankcase and Beachcomber in this situation are going to serve as draw engines, which is nice for Sunstorm and inherently Crankcase as well, because Crankcase is a sort of depowered version of Sunstorm to an extent. A little more consistent, but also a little lower ceiling, but you can argue all you want about if Sunstorm or Crankcase is better from a pure attack standpoint. Armed Hovercraft came down in all of that yammering, and Crankcase is going to go after Tailwind. He is blocking 2. Tailwind has 1 defense in alt mode, right? 7 attacks so far. Taking 5. Yep, Vangelis did in fact have 1 defense. I forgot how Tailwind works because, no, actually, no. I forgot his stat line. That's what I meant to say. You know what I meant to say. Anyway, so we got green icons on Vangelis' side. There's a triangulator that looks like, I don't know what that middle card is. I cannot make it out because Vangelis' camera is kind of blurry right now for me. Focus Fire for Triangulator. That might be a Scrounging for Energon. I'm not 100% sure, though. So, we're just a question about being reminded what Triangulator does. Yeah, Focus does stack, so it is Focus 3 if you get 3 copies on there. Okay, so there was just a bit of clarification on Triangulator, just being reminded what it does it all. So I am just jumping in there. So if you hear me sounding like I'm talking to the players, that is because I am. Of course, you guys can't hear them because they are being sent to my headset. Plus, I have them on a different channel. So if I accidentally turn that on, you can't hear them. So just a contingency thing we do around here, just because it just feels like the respectful thing to do. So we're going to go ahead and see Chop Shop flip. I do not remember what this guy does. TF TCG Raider Chop Shop. Going to Google in the middle of a stream. That's real professional. And bot mode Chop Shop. When this attacks and you flip at least green, repair 1 damage from this. And alt mode, I will talk about later. We see a pocket processor come down onto Chop Shop. And looks like Chomp's about to go into Crankcase. Yep, sending Chomp in. So that's 3 base. And going in for 3 flat into Crankcase. He will block this. And there is an X-Pad on Travis's side and both a processor and a Robust on Evangelist's side. And if you haven't seen Robust, it's one of the Turbo Revan Phase 1 cards. It's a green icon armor that gives +1 defense and can be put in any slot. No greens on either side. So incoming transmission is the action from Travis. And the putting the card back on top is about to happen. And then the upgrade and flip. Oh, Beachcomber. Calling pocket processor. Oh. Wait, is that what Beachcomber does? Hold on. I thought it was the other way around. So incoming transmission, drawing 2, putting a pocket processor back on top, then flipping Beachcomber to call processor. Beachcomber's alt mode. When you flip to this mode, name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the name card, draw 3. Okay, that would make sense. Tank, why did neither of us think of Beachcomber? Anyways, so that was a heads-up play and heads-up inclusion in the deck. And then the processor will come down onto Sunstorm, and Beachcomber is going to go into Chomp. So that is for 4 Pierce 1. Chomp taking 2 on Chomp. I think he's at 3 damage. Again, the thing is blurry on my side, so I can't really tell. I'm trying my best to make it out here. So I think Tailwind has 6. Both Greenlight and Chop Shop have 1 each, and Chomp has 3. Dropping a Triangulator for a reprocess because it needs orange that Compsab was already taking the slots for. I was talking about Beachcomber, not incoming transmission. Assuming that's what you're talking about. I'm honestly not sure. That comment came out a little bit out of nowhere, at least from my perspective. Not in a bad way, just came out of nowhere. Anyways, so moving over to Evangelist's turn, we're probably going to see Chop Shop flip, and now I need to go back to Google and look this up. When you flip this mode, you may scrap a green card from your hand. If you do, repair 1 damage from each of your characters, and if the scrap card has no other icons, you repair 1 more. And I am having a major sense of deja vu right now. So Evangelist did scrap a Triangulator, so that is a repair 2 across the board. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Anyways, so that was the flip for turn. Still has the action and the upgrade available. And we're not too sure what those are going to be. So reprocess, scrapping the processor, and Sunstorm has no damage on him, so that is not going to do anything. Right, but I didn't use Beachcomber because Sunstorm does not want orange. The 3 comp stats were already too many orange. Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay. Actually, I thought you were talking about incoming truth. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, Sonic Stun Gun coming down onto Greenlight. Is that the one where when you play a green card, you get +1? I think it is. Hold on, I'm gonna double check. Sonic Stun Gun. Also, Greenlight is going into Beachcomber. When you play a green card, the upgraded character gets +1 until end of turn, and it's a +1 base. So... Okay, so Greenlight's going in for 5, 6, going in to Beachcomber, so it looks like he took 3, or I'm not sure how much he took there. So we're going to move back over to Travis's turn here. Oh, wait, we got some green icons first. Triangulator for a Hollow Matter. That is interesting, to say the least. I'm not sure how much direct damage Travis's deck is running. I mean, we know he has the armed hovercraft floating around, but I'm not sure what else is there beyond that, because none of the characters have direct damage flip capabilities. So I'm not sure how many cards Travis has in hand. I'm trying to get a count on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7. Attaching the processor back down to Sunstorm, so now it's a 6-attack Sunstorm. So now, is there going to be an action play, or is he just going to flip Sunstorm and punch somebody? I'm confused why Evangelist played the reprocess first and the Sun Gun second. Yeah, I was confused by that one too. Nowhere near as bad as pinging Exhaust to turn off Safeguard, but that's still another questionable play there. So Strafing Run comes down. Wow, so that leaves Tailwind alive on 1, Chomp alive on 2. Safeguard is deactivated on Greenlight, so that is pretty significant. Not attacking with Sunstorm in the big swing mode yet, so following your strategy, Tank, from King of the Jankyard, going in for 4 into... Oh, Tailwind has 5? Wait, what? So Tailwind has 2 health remaining. I guess I just misspoke earlier and misinterpreted what the tokens were. So he was at 4 earlier. Yeah, that would actually add up. Okay, so Tailwind has 2 health remaining now, actually. Dropping a Bashing Shield for a Sparring Gear. I mean, we haven't seen any armors come out on Evangelist's side yet, so I guess I understand the logic behind that, so we can't question that. Also, there's an Agile formation on Evangelist's side, as well as a Vampark, so are either of those going to be the pickup? Picking up the Vampark, dropping a Focus Fire. That Sunstorm defense is a lot stronger than folks give it credit for. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. So we're going to move back over to Evangelist's turn here. Chop Chop is going to be swinging in. He has free reign as to whoever he wants to go into. But the question is just that. Who does he want to go into? Beachcomber seems powerful, but at the same time, it really only works if Travis has a plan card in hand. Vampark onto Chop Shop. So Crankcase probably is the correct play. Oh God, Bill, no, don't do this. Don't do this to me. It's too late at night for this. Dropping a Wedge formation down. So heal 1 from a melee character. Chomp will heal 1. And we'll draw a card because Tailwind is ranged. Bill, I will put you in a timeout if you do not stop that. I have the power, even though you're a mod. Anyways. Yep, planning 1. There is a specialist on the field. Yeah, Greenlight's a specialist. I forgot about that. Flipping Chop Shop, so flipping at least a green will heal. Tank, I see that. Chop Shop into Beachcomber. So going after that, again, I I question that just because, again, Beachcomber really only does stuff if Travis has a plan action or an incoming transmission in hand, or a plan card in general that is able to be used before the battle. So he will heal one since there was at least a orange flip. Oh, wait, is that a, what is that card? Revving the Engine, that's what that is. Revving the Engine is the other card there. I thought it was a Scrounging for Energon earlier. That is actually a Revving the Engine, so that is a Turbo Revving card there. And doing 2 damage to Beachcomber, and we have it untapped, moving over to Travis's turn. Tank, I see you. Anyways. Oh, I thought I saw Ravage on the field. Bill. Just a reminder that I'm in charge of the stream. Keep that in mind. Anyways, Crankcase is going to flip. There are at least 5 cards in hand, I can say that much, so Crankcase is going to punch somebody here. And... Okay, so I just got an update. Chomp is currently sitting at 5 health. I thought he may have been at more earlier. I must have been mistaken. And then Tailwind does indeed have 2 left at this current moment, so I was misspoken earlier when I thought he had 2 left. He actually had a little more than that. Sparring Gear onto Sunstorm. Not going to flip this turn because obviously Crankcase has already been flipped. But just setting up for later turns. Steamroll! Oh, wait a minute! Oh, and there's exactly 5 in hand. Crankcase is about to punch. No, Bill, what is that? That pun doesn't even make any sense. Anyways, Crankcase is about to smash Chomp. That is 8. Okay, so Chomp looks to be dead. And that's 4 overkill. Wait a minute, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. And then the overkill damage goes on to Chomp. So 11 minus 2 is 9. So that kills Chomp with 5. And then 4 overkill damage from Steamroll goes on to Chop Chop. Steamroll! Steamroll! Steamroll. Good lord. That is an interesting tech, to say the least. And we're going to move over to Vangelis' turn and the draw for the processor. So... this is an interesting situation. Because... Tank, I see that, but Tailwind going in, I'm not sure if it does much. I mean, Crankcase is going to take a bit more damage here just because of the lower defense. Escape routing Chop Shop to alt mode, and that will help solve the Tailwind issue a little bit. So Regenerative Core getting scrapped. Regenerative Core. When's the last time you saw that in a deck? So Tailwind is now down to 4 health. So everybody heals 2. Tailwind down to 4. Greenlight has Safeguard again. Does that mean that Greenlight... no, that... Is sending Greenlight in the play? I mean... putting a thing onto Greenlight... Steamroll plus Sunstorm has always been a good tech. It's only made better with Crankcase's raw power. Fair enough, I guess. So, I don't think I want to chomp some cat... Bill, stop. So, that's a +2 on Sonic Stun Gun. I honestly don't think Greenlight should go in here just because you want to save Greenlight for when Sunstorm eventually swings, probably supercharged. But at the same time, how likely is it that Travis goes and flips Sunstorm here soon? I'm honestly not sure, so this is an interesting situation to say the least. Sending Tailwind to start the attacks on Crankcase. So 4, 7. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it looks like there was a revving the engine flip there. Blocking 3, taking 4. That is a pretty good opening swing for... Or, take 4. What? 7 minus... Oh, that must have been only 2. I must have seen a card or something like that. Either way, Crankcase has 4 damage currently, so sitting on 7 health remaining. Moving back over to Travis's turn. Kinetic Converter onto Crankcase. That makes sense, but still. Kinetic Converter. Haven't seen that a whole lot. Flipping Crankcase and drawing 2 because of Crankcase and Kinetic Converter. Sunstorm is about to do some things in future turns. I am trying to get a read on the hand size. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's either 6 or 7. I currently can't get a full read on it, though, but it is at least 6 at the moment. And the question is... Well, actually, no, there's really no question here. Excuse me. Oh, had a yawn there. Beachcomber is probably going to go in. There's a pep talk, so that boosts the hand size to at least 7. We got a reshuffle here. So Beachcomber is probably the send here, just based off the fact that I'm pretty sure Travis wants to hold off Sunstorm from attacking until he can get a big power swing. But at the same time, if he sends Beachcomber in here, it could backfire, and Vangelis would have an opportunity to send Greenlight in here, which would cause the backfire. Looks like 8 cards in hand, I think. It's either 9 or 8. I can't quite tell. Sending Beachcomber in. 3 into... So Tailwind takes 1 and is now sitting at 5. Vangelis just said, and I just got run over, and I'm a plane. Anyways, we're going to move back over to Vangelis' turn here. Draw and the draw for the processor. So, does he have the green cards in hand to fuel a Greenlight attack here? Because that might be your best chance to swing it in, assuming Travis isn't sitting on some direct damage in that 8 or 9 card hand. But he very likely could be, all things considered. So, what is Vangelis going to do? Wedge formation coming down, so that will heal 1 from Chop Shop and draw a card and possibly plan. And we have a reshuffle here. Travis probably wants to one-shot Chop Shop. He's Vangelis' heal engine. That would make sense, so probably sending in Greenlight would be the best play here for Vangelis. Thinking about the plan here. Planning a card. So now does he have a upgrade to drop? Drum roll on the upgrade, potentially? Waiting. Bashing Shield onto Tailwind, getting rid of the sparring gear, and Greenlight now has a +2 boost. Oh, nope. I was about to say, oh, wait a minute. No, Vangelis should not have flipped Greenlight. That is definitely the correct play to keep her in alt mode. And Chop Shop flips, and what is the last card in hand? It is an Enforcement Baton, so that is a heal 1 across the board, not a heal 2. Chop Shop's at full, Tailwind's at 4, Greenlight was already at 2, or at 0, excuse me. And then Greenlight is probably going to be the swing here, as I have previously mentioned. So, is Greenlight going to be the send? I'm honestly not sure. Nope, Greenlight looks to be the send. Going into Beachcomber, trying to go for the finishing move. So currently swinging in for 7, 8 base. Wait. 4. Oh, it's 3 base on Greenlight plus 1 from Verdant Aegis. 3, 4, 5, 7 base. Possibly 8. Blocking 4. Beachcomber is gone, regardless if it was 7 attack or 8 attack, because 7 minus 4 is 3, and that would be enough to KO Beachcomber. Moving over to Travis's turn, drawing and drawing for the processor. And what is their plan going to be? That is at minimum a 10-card hand, I'm pretty sure. So Sunstorm's about to smack somebody. Sturdy Javelin coming down. That is some free damage on Tailwind. And Sunstorm's going Super Saiyan, ladies and gentlemen. 10 cards in hand. So that was an 11-card hand before the Javelin play. So sending the 2 into Tailwind instead. And Greenlight is going to... probably. Okay, oh no, Eric's in the chat. Eric's in the chat. Oh no. Well, let's just get this out of the way preemptively. Timeout. And then, anyways, back to the game. So Sunstorm was attacking Greenlight here. Safeguard is still online, so no Javelin. Oh, so, okay, we're just figuring out if people had flipped or not. Tank, I see you! Anyways, so Sunstorm going in for 10 million, and Greenlight's gonna take 3 because Safeguard. Safeguard's a good ability, ladies and gentlemen. Safeguard is a good ability. And then we are going to go ahead and move back over to Vangelis's turn here momentarily. And Sunstorm is open to attack. No sparring gear, no 3 defense because he's not in alt mode right now. So let's see what Vangelis is able to do. Flipping Chop Chop. Are there really any upgrades that Vangelis wants to play here? I mean, he's already got pretty much everything kitted out. The only thing I can think of... Actually, nope. No plays. Chop Shop into Crankcase. So going in for 4 base, I believe. Chop Shop is in bot mode. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. 6. Oh, wait. 6. 6? Where the heck is he getting... Is Chop Shop 5 in bot mode? Wait a minute. Chop Shop's 5 in bot mode, plus 1 from Vampark. Okay, so it was 7 total, taking 2 on the Crankcase, so he is up to 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 6. So halfway on the health for Crankcase. Chop Shop is not a specialist, right? No, okay. So Chop Shop is melee, so scrounging for Energon is not a viable pickup. Agile Formation might be. I don't remember the icons on it, though. Okay, I'm going to Teletrain right now to check the icon, or the green icon on Agile Formation. Yep, it is a melee green, so that is very much a valid play. Moving over to, I believe it is Travis's turn now after the untap. Sunstorm is vulnerable here. And we are just getting a breakdown of Agile Formation here, which if you're not familiar with it, now's a good time to talk about it. It is a black, blue, green action from Turbo Revan Old Punks, Phase 1. It is Specialist Black, Ranged Blue, Melee Green. If you have a melee character on the battlefield, look at the top card of your deck. You may scrap it. If you have a ranged character on the battlefield, do 1 damage to an enemy. If you have a specialist on the battlefield, draw a card, then scrap a card from your hand. Yikes, Vangelis is not in good shape here. Travis can keep just sending in Sunstorm, knowing that Vangelis doesn't hit that hard. Absolutely. Sunstorm is a bit vulnerable right now, but with a blue shell, it is going to be pretty hard for Vangelis to do some stuff here, unless Greenlight can soak up a singular, like a whole bunch of hits. The council has allotted 1 singular yikes to this game. No idea what that means, but go ahead. Energon Axe coming down on the Crankcase. Yeah, somebody's about to get punted. The question is it going to be Greenlight or Chop Shop? Probably Greenlight if I had to take a wild guess, since that is the linchpin of the deck. And she is missing 1 green upgrade in order to get the Verdant Aegis online, which we have not seen yet this game. I would not be surprised if Vangelis switches decks in Game 2. Crankcase going in. Going into Greenlight. He does have the +3 boost, so currently swinging in for 11, Pierce 2. Bill, I see you. So blocking 11. Oh, alive on 1.
Free guy, Rick 1.
Anyways, we are going to go ahead and move back over to Vangelis' turn here, but he is not in good shape. Crankcase is sitting at the 5 attack, the +3 boost with 12 cards in hand. Sunstorm is swinging for 12 a turn and is going to be swinging for 14 in a moment, thanks to Pocket Processor, unless Vangelis somehow has Fog of War in hand. No, we are not dealing with this again. We are not dealing with this again. Eric is in the chat again. Okay. Anyways, so back to the game at hand. Does Vangelis have anything he can do here? Both me and Bill had the right idea. Good job, Bill. Good job. And we have more of those Russian bots in the chat. Allow me to deal with this. Flipping Chop Shop. Scrapping Regenerative Core again. That will heal 2 from both. Not enough to reactivate Safeguard, but it isn't. Actually, that really isn't a whole lot. The fact considering Evangelist is staring down a 12 attack Sunstorm. When's the last time you saw that, ladies and gentlemen? When's the last time you saw that? And who is the send in this situation? I honestly don't know. Tailwind going into Crankcase. 5 Pierce, what is the swing? Blocking 3, taking 2. Take 4, wait, what? How does he take 4 there? I'm confused how Crankcase takes 4 there. He has 1 defense. Because 5 minus 3 is... I am very confused right now. Flip Crankcase, draw and draw for converters. Now that's a 16 card hand for those of you keeping count at home. Yeah, if there's another steamroll, Armed Hovercraft, that's a start, but if Greenlight does not take anything, if there's another steamroll here, I think that's basically game over. Bill, I see you. But considering that... Brainstorm, considering Travis has like half his deck in his hand. There's the steamroll. Yep, that's game. Steamroll supporting fire. Wait a minute. Main decking Steamroll and supporting fire. Wow! And I think the hand is at double digits. 12 cards in hand. Sunstorm into Greenlight. Good God, what is about to happen, I'm pretty sure violates the Geneva Convention. Holy crap. Wow. So Sunstorm swinging in for 13. Greenlight takes 2. And yeah, that's 13 flat. 14. 14 minus 3 takes 11. So Greenlight takes 2. 9 damage is now getting overkill. And I'm pretty sure Chop Shop has 11 health. 8. Oh, plus 1 from Hollow Matter. So 8 damage. 8 damage. Who's it going on? Sunstorm, ladies and gentlemen. Sunstorm. Putting up the 8 on Chop Shop. Ooh, this is going to get interesting real quick. And we are now going to move over to Evangelist's turn. Dropping Revenue Engine for a reprocess. I would not be surprised if we see that processor about to get reprocessed here. Anyways, drawing for the processor, which is probably about to go bye-bye for a while. It's a tough call either way, honestly. Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing if I'm being honest. Flipping Chop Shop up to bot mode. And are we going to see that reprocess? I never left. I just kept trying. Yeah, no. Yep. Timeout. Anyways, back to the game. Okay, there we go. Bill, we need to have a chat after this stream. Anyways, to the game. Still no sign of any plays from Evangelist aside from that flip of Chop Shop. Hollow Matter coming down on the Chop Shop, and is there going to be a reprocess? I'm honestly not too sure. I need to know if Evangelist is running toolboxes. Seems like an obvious include considering the amount of repair. Yeah, that does seem obvious. There's the reprocess to heal 2 on Chop Shop, so he will be healing 5 this turn if he's lucky, which actually is pretty significant. Crankcase should have only taken 2 damage from earlier, so he's actually, I think, on 3 health, unless I'm just horribly missing something here. So Crankcase is blocking 4. So 6 into 4, taking 2. Oh, I think Crankcase should be alive, but I think it's accepted game state at this point, so Vampark does not trigger, but he heals 1, so that took away some of the blow from Sunstorm, but everybody's about to untap, so yeah, expect Sunstorm to blow somebody up, and considering the fact that there could be another steamroll floating around, this could get ugly real quick. As if it hasn't already, just because Sunstorm is just nuking people left and right. The question is, does Travis have that steamroll in hand? Almost called it Sunstorm in hand. This isn't TTS. We ain't accidentally drawing our characters. Drawing or playing. I still functioning Crankcase. Wow, I still function. That's an interesting inclusion. I mean, it does allow Sunstorm to build up a little more because I think he's sitting at 13 cards in hand right now, if I'm not mistaken. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 13. Oh, is it only a 12-sided die? That's only a 12-sided die. 13 cards in hand. Good lord. Crankcase gets the +3 bonus. This guy's playing three one-offs with 3 different blanks. That's very different. Yeah, this is real different. And here we were, Tank, about 40 minutes ago, just trashing on blank cards for recording that tier list that's going to come out next week. Crankcase is dead again, and I think that's a dead chop shop, and probably a concession from Vangelis here, considering he's staring down a full health Sunstorm that has 13 attack. Dropping a triangulator for hold the line. As much good as that'll do. So, we will wait and see what happens here. Drawing for turn, and it's a secret action. I wonder what that could be. Attack drone, going out with a bang. I can appreciate that. Tailwind going in. And Sunstorm is about to get blown up for 6, 7, or 8, excuse me. I forgot +2 attack from Sunstorm, or Tailwind's boost. 8 blocking 3, taking 5. And Sunstorm is about to swing back for game. 15 attack Sunstorm currently, ladies and gentlemen. 15 attack Sunstorm. Come on, let's see the swing. Swing in, 15. And, yep, there is the swing as a joking hold the line gets popped up. 15, or 16 because of the armed hovercraft. And that is the end of game 1. Travis has taken it. If I can find the right marker, there it is. So that will do it for game 1. And while we're waiting to see if anyone sides cards or sides decks entirely, I'm going to take a moment to talk about the Wave BFB beta. And I know that says 2.4 or 2.2, but we're actually on version 0.2.4.1. And this entire release, BFB, is getting very, very, very close to a final release. We're about a couple months out, and almost every card in the set has been revealed. And even without everything being fully revealed, it is already the largest Transformers TCG set. But, of course, a set this large needs a lot of testing to be able to get it out in a polished state. And that is where you come in to help test the various new mechanics in the set, including rolling actions, oppress, vehicles, and Junkions. If you're interested in testing a few cards out for yourself, be sure to check out the Bayformers download page, of which there is a link in the description, or you can find it at bayformers.net/downloads. And if you have any questions about the beta, like I always say, be sure to join the Bayformers Discord server, of which there is also a link in the description. Again, if you want to join the testing process for Wave BFB, which is starting to enter the home stretch, Be sure to check out the link in the description to download the beta for yourself, or go to bayformers.net/downloads to find it, and be sure to join the Discord at that link in the description if you have any further questions. And it looks like we are going to see a couple of deck swaps. We are seeing Vangelis switch over to what I'm guessing is a blue bugs build, featuring one tough bug, which is a turbo Revan strat that I will pull up here in a moment, while Travis is switching over to a Spinister deck using Arm the Lonely from the Arc. So I'm pulling up these strats right now. Where is it? Okay, so Arm the Lonely is a strat for Spinister. It's 1 star. Spinister has +3 health, and once per game at the start of your turn, you may put a Battlemaster upgrade from your KO area onto your Spinister, and if you do, flip this, and he loses the +3 health boost. And he's choosing to run Spinister with both Lionizer and I believe that's Steeljaw or Ramhorn. I can't quite tell. Could anyone make out what mini cassette that is, please? Thank you. And as for Vangelis' list, one tough bug is a turbo Revan strat, and I'm pulling that up here quickly. I gotta scroll through the BFB stuff. So it's for Wave 3 Scrapnel. 1 star, Scrapnel has +2 health, and if your starting team was all Insecticons, your starting star limit increases by 2, so you get a 27 stars thing. Tank is screeching at 1 tough bug. Yeah, Naga may or may not have traumatized Tank with this strat the other night. And Steeljaw is in play for bold. Makes sense. Spinister is 11 stars after all. So we are just getting an explanation of 1 tough bug from Vangelis. Mucho Boldo. Anyway, so Vangelis' side, we see, of course, Sergeant Scrapnel. Ransack, one of my all-time favorite characters in the game, even though he still kind of sucks right now. Somebody please make support for him. And Kickback and Chop Shop. But both lists have Chop Shop. So we are just waiting for the shuffling up to occur. And should be interesting to see. Actually, wait a minute. I just realized Vangelis is not playing Wave 4 Kickback. That is usually an indicator of blue bugs. But without that, I'm honestly not sure what he's doing with those. And actually, it would probably help if I updated the lineups to be accurate. Ozzy is right in my ear. Ow. And Sergeant Scrap. No, if I can spell correctly. Ransack. Kickback. Chop. And then properties of the other players' teams. Raiders. Actually, I don't need to type Raider. There's only 1 Spinister. Lionizer, Steeljaw. Is this an orange 1 tough bug list? I'm starting to suspect that myself, just based on the inclusion of Ransack over Kickback. Or Raider Kickback, rather. And Travis is declaring that he will go first. So, what's going on? What's going on? Ransack, Kickback, and Chop Shack. What? I don't get it. There seems to be some waiting happening around. What's going on now? Yes. Okay, so there was just some confusion about how Spinister's strat functions. And like I mentioned earlier, if you flip it, you lose the health boost. So that was a intentional design decision per the folks at the Arc. So Travis is going first, and we are on to Game 2. Vangelis lost. He should be the one to pick first or second. Oh, that is a good point. It seems we had a procedural error here. Bill, you might want to investigate that potentially. Anyways, Lionizer is going to go in. And Scrapnel has Brave, so Evangelist might have just declared that he was going second, and I just missed it completely because I had my headset off. But Bill, you might want to investigate that. So 6 Pierce 2 taking 4 onto Scrapnel. I am trying to get a read on the cards, but Evangelist's camera is blurry still. There is an industrial grade face charge, though. That's an interesting play. So let's see what the play is here after flips. Ooh, a lion. That's possible? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I may have just missed it because I had my headset off when I was doing the BFB advert. And come on, Evangelist, play a card. I want to know what color your deck is. Looking at Chop Chop spot mode. Flipping Scrapnel. I'm sorry, what? I am very confused right now. If there was an award for most confusing plays, and not like most confusing, like the most confusing, like doing the most individual confusing plays, like the greatest quantity, Evangelist would have that. I'm 100% positive that Evangelist is orange. Yeah, I'm suspecting that. Photon Charge on Top Shop, and the Russian bots are back, and you are not getting a chance to speak. Don't chop my shop. Damn it, Eric. Do not stoop to Bill level puns. Oop, I accidentally swore. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about that. And then Chop Shop is going to be swinging in here with Photon Charge. Oh, both me and Bill managed to get to timing out the bot. So, yep, this is an orange build of One Tough Bug. This should be interesting. Top Shop. Did I seriously say Top Shop? Did I actually say that? Okay, so Chop Shop just nukes Lionizer. Spinister takes a damage off Photon Charge. Chop Shop does have 2 defense in alt mode. And, so the damage from Photon Charge isn't taken, and wait, was there a counting error? Oh, Lionizer may not be dead. Oh, wait, is Lionizer left alive on 1? I said Top Shop, lel. Hope Chop Shop mops him up at the Bill. Alive on 1 from Lionizer.
Free guy, Rick 1.
Albeit, in the grand scheme of things, that may actually not be the worst thing in the world, just because of the fact that you don't want Battle Masters to die if you're facing them. So we're moving back over to Travis's turn. And Top is Shop is... Oh, God, is this going to become a meme? God, this is going to become a meme, isn't it? What is going to be the play? Flamethrower onto Steeljaw. Fight for position onto Steeljaw, and Steeljaw has to go into Chop Shop here, excuse me. God, this is going to become a meme. God damn it. Oop, I said it again. Sorry, folks. My bad. Anyways, so now we've gotten over our court-mandated incident of me being an idiot again. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Taking 5, I believe, was the amount of damage that was taken there. I'm not 100% sure, though. There looks to be a... Oh, there's a bashing shield on Travis's side. Oh, excuse me. And then we're going to move over to Vangelis's turn. There's the draw. Top shop. God. I didn't say it this time. Okay, so you're going to have... So Vangelis is going to have to attack Lionizer here unless he has some direct damage floating around, just because of the fact that Steeljaw has stealth permanently. Also, I forgot to mention that damage did get healed from Scrapnel when that Photon Charge scrapped earlier, so that explains why Vangelis decided to flip Scrapnel. Flipping Ransack, let's go!
Now where's the escape route?
Raider Top Shop for BFC. There's the industrial grade phase charge coming down, so... This should be interesting. Eric, that was a complete accident. I'm trying to cut out the swearing from the broadcasts for reasons. And then... Seems like a good time to send Ransack in since he has decent defense. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Sending Ransack into Lionizer. So scrapping the phase charge for the heal 1. And going in for 3 as long as no additional blues get flipped. Okay, that's 5. Wait, 5. Oh, there's a Bastion Shield to Swarm. So that is a dead Lionizer. And Bill's already changed his status on Discord to Raider Top Shop for BFC. Lovely. I wasn't talking about you. What do you... I am... Oh, you were talking about... what Bill said. Duh. Whatever. Anyways, now we move back over to Travis's turn after the Lionizer KO. What does Lionizer say? I honestly have no idea. Oh, excuse me. It is way too late at night to be doing this. So, Spinister is going to flip to alt mode. So, he has the +3 attack from his ability. I forgot what the word was there. Oh, Bill, you were baiting that. No. Supporting Fire comes... This guy is main decking Supporting Fire in both of his decks. I am both impressed and I don't know what else I'm feeling right now, but that is just nuts. Main decking Supporting Fire in both decks. Wow. I'll take Meow for 200 Alex. God. I stopped myself. Anyway, so Spinister's going in for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's a dead Scrapnel. What an absolute madman. That's like, I'm not sure if that's Scorp levels of insanity, but it's up there. And Scrapnel is off the board now as a result. So, flipping Chop Shop to bot mode, potentially? Nope, not going to do it. So, what is the play from Vangelis? He lost his key defensive tool there, so it's going to be an uphill battle from here. Admittedly, Travis's deck doesn't have a whole lot of defensive capabilities on here, so it may be more of an even playing ground than we think it is. One tough dead bug. Well, it's more like just one dead bug. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's a Rage coming down on a kickback. That card is always a good idea. And... rolling action! Take the shot coming down. First rolling action that we've seen on camera for what's this called? Two Losers one. So if you're not familiar with the concept of rolling actions, this is a thing that's being introduced in BFB. There's already a couple of them out that serve as replacements for Security Checkpoint and, what is it called? Peace Through Tyranny. So how these work is you play them tapped, and at the start of your turn, any tapped rolling actions become untapped. And rolling actions have two things. It says scrap and then a condition to scrap the card at, or a point to scrap the card at. And a when scrapped effect that triggers when the card is scrapped. So for example, take the shot, double orange rolling action. When it's untapped, you can scrap it to when one of your characters attacks. And when it's scrapped, that character gets bold 1 until the end of the battle, I'm pretty sure it is. I am double checking. And Chop Chop is now kickback. Attacking character gets bold 1 until end of turn on take the shot. So Rage is going to trigger here for kickback, and that will do a damage to Sinister. He's on 11 health remaining. Kickback has the potential to get a KO here. And Kickback currently is flipping an additional 6 cards from his ability, plus the bold 1 from Rage, plus the white icon. So that is 2 through 11 into 1. Say it with me now. Alive on 1. Oh, wait, there's a force field. Never mind. I'm stupid. Yep, I just realized that. Force field. And they're talking about now how Evangelist missed it. And, yeah, this is not an event we were going to jump into correct plays. And this is not a casual match either, so we were never going to do that. Yes, I realized that. Tank, remember, you're on a delay. I don't pick up on things instantly. Or at least I correct them likely right after I say it. Also, Tank, we need to coordinate the next round a little better. So, replacing Flamethrower with a Power Punch. There's a fight for position coming down. Is Steeljaw going to flip? If Steeljaw's going to flip, that's an additional bold on Sinister. And that's a bold 6 Steeljaw going in. Holy crap. Could have popped Sinister like a grape, but he couldn't, lol. I mean, if Evangelist had a bashing shield, he could have, but unfortunately did not. So Steeljaw is currently going in for 6 flat. Also pop like a grape? What? When Lionizer has a force field, what does he say? I have no idea. So Lionizer's going in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Hold on, I'm trying to add this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that adds up. And Kickback is off the field. This is not... Actually, no, this is a fairly even playing field, all things considered, because Ransack is probably going to flip here. Take the shot also on taps, by the way. So Ransack is probably going to flip here, take some of the damage off of Chop Shop, and then send Chop Shop into Steeljaw, preferably with an upgrade. I'm honestly not sure what the play is here. Ransack definitely flipping is probably what Evangelist is going to end up doing. Evangelist is thinking long and hard about this one, so there must be some options. A Polydermal Graft onto Ransack, so plus 4 health, takes the damage. So now Ransack is sitting at 12 health total with 1 attack thanks to his ability. Again, I'm expecting a flip here of Ransack. There he is, and moving 2 damage over. So Ransack's up to 3, Chop Chop's down to 3 from 5. And now we see... is there an action? Nope. Chop Chop into Steeljaw. So the attack is going to be 4. 6 into 1. Takes 5. And Travis will draw for turn. And now we see what the counterplay is here. So Chop Chop is probably going to get nuked thanks to Spinister. A Vampark ribbon coming down. And that is a bold 5 Spinister with 7 attack thanks to Vampark. Oh, God. Chop Chop is about to get nuked. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 attack. Yeah, that is a dead Chop Chop. So Spinister now repairs 2 off the Vampark because he did more than 4. And we move over to Evangelist's turn. So Ransack has 3 attack. Anglemwog coming down onto Ransack. He is melee in this mode and ranged in bot mode, so that is definitely the correct play, at least at the moment. Grenade launcher coming down on the Ransack. That's an 8 attack Ransack about to punt somebody. 12? Where is he getting that from? Where's he getting 12 from? Oh, Anglemwog gives +4. I forgot. Duh. 12. Oh, flipped 2 blues. Oh, that's painful. 12 into 1. That's 11. That is a dead Spinister. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be close. Wait a second. Don't tune out yet, folks. This just got interesting. Wow, this is close. This is going to be close. So, okay, so we are seeing a bit of a correction here. Take the Shot is going to be scrapped. And Spinister is going to get KO'd here as a result because he did have some healing. So, it's a casual event, so yeah, things are fixed there, and now wedge formation is a possible pickup on Travis's side. So I forgot that Spinister has 16 health total because of Arm the Lonely. So Evangelist did just, there was a bit of a take back, so we may be going to a game 3 here. 8 left on Ransack. This is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're just getting a question about what polydermal graft, or what upgrade type polydermal is. Vampark onto Steeljaw, sending Steeljaw in, currently going in for 4 with bold 1. 5, 6 pierce 1. So, Ransack is going to be taking 3. 7 out of 12. And do not get to heal as he did not deal more than 4 damage. So, draw for turn. Ransack swinging in for 7 here. That is probably going to be the end of Steeljaw. That's a Rage. And there goes the Polydermal Graft. Hold on one second. I believe that Polydermal should be scrapped. Okay, so there was a bit of confusion about if Rage was a weapon or not. It is actually a utility, so that ping does not happen on Steeljaw. So now we are just... Now we are waiting for the attack to commence here. The fight for position still comes down on to Ransack, and Ransack's going in for 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Pierce 1 into 1. And Vangelis has gone and taken a third game as we see a joking flip of Steeljaw to end it off. And game 3, here we come. Vangelis is sticking with that deck. Vangelis is sticking with Insecticons. Is Travis going to swap back to Sunstorm here? And there is going to be some sideboarding happening from the regular sideboard. And back to Sunstorm we go. Okay. This should be good. And I don't have, unfortunately, have an advert here. See y'all tomorrow for the stream. I will hopefully get to see you tomorrow as well. We will see what happens. Hopefully you play that one game we were watching earlier, because that was funny. So back to Sunstorm we go. As we move into game 3. So Sunstorm's coming out. Now, I will note one thing. Vangelis' deck did not seem to have a lot of Pierce. So I would not be surprised if Vangelis' deck isn't able to do too much to Sunstorm and crew. This should be a fairly even match early on, but I'm honestly predicting that Travis will pull away late and just be able to nuke stuff, because I don't think Vangelis is playing any hand disruption. So we will see what happens here. Just waiting for the shuffling to commence. What is Raider Top Shop? God, God, no. This is going to be a meme. Alrighty, Vangelis is going first here. Wait, Travis would be the one to declare it. I'm not sure what's going on. I guess I just must have missed it. As I almost accidentally click away from the stream. Whoops. Now we are just waiting for Vangelis to make his opening flip. And if you'll excuse me for a second, I need to go grab a bottle of water. As kickback goes into Sunstorm. I will be right back. Okay, so kickback goes in, flips 8 cards, 5, Pierce 3 going into Sunstorm. And he will take the 3 as he defends for 7. Again, 3 defense in alt mode. Not a slouch. Or, you know what I mean. Anyway, so we're moving over to Travis's turn. Beachcomber's probably going to be the flip here if there's an incoming transmission or any plan card in hand. Otherwise, it's probably going to be Crankcase. Yep, there is not that card in hand right now. Strafing Run comes down. That is 1 to everyone on Vangelis's side. And Beachcomber is going into Kickback. And 5, Pierce 1 going in. Taking 4 on Kickback. So he is at 5 out of 9. So now we go ahead and see a Vaporize dropped for a Sparring Gear. Then we'll move over to Vangelis's turn. This is a bit of an interesting situation, all things considered, because Beachcomber is kind of a sacrificial lamb in Travis's deck, and Polydermal Graft onto Scrapnel, so there's the upgrade play. Flipping Ransack to bot mode, setting up for some healing later. Then sending Scrapnel in to Beachcomber. And plus for help from Polydermal Graft. I was just repeating what they were saying there. I don't know why. So 5 going into Beachcomber. Blocking 3, taking 2. And then moving over to Travis's turn. I just need to take a sip of water there. Flipping Crankcase, drawing a card. And then still have the action and the upgrade available. Also, it looks like an angle. No, that was a flip, not a attack. Or a play. Whoops. Sparring Gear comes down onto Sunstorm, excuse me. And then sending in Crankcase, it looks like. So, just a reminder that Scrapnel has Brave. And then 4 going in to Scrapnel's 3, taking 1. And then moving over to Evangelist's turn. Or no. Yeah, Evangelist's turn. I know what turn it is. Totally. Anyways. So Evangelist probably going to flip Ransack to take some of the heat off Scrapnel, if I had to take a wild guess. Maybe off of Kickback as well. Yep, there's the Ransack flip. I called it. Absolutely called it. Basically perfectly. I mean, I did predict Kickback could have also been an option, but I did call Scrapnel first, so take that as you will. So what is... Oh, there's a Photon Charge on Chop Shop. Won't be able to get the heal with Scrapnel because he has already flipped Ransack for turn, and I don't think he's playing Escape Route in the deck, so wouldn't have been able to Escape Route Ransack and then flip Scrapnel. And fight for position on Chop Shop, and Chop Shop is going in. Going into Beachcomber. Interesting. Does not take the damage from Photon Charge. And holy crap! 12 Pierce 1 into Beachcomber. Blocking 5, taking 7 alive on 3? Alive on 2, excuse me. Wait. Oh, alive on 1. And then Photon Charge triggers. And does 1 to Sunstorm. Alive on 1.
Free Gyrick 1.
So moving back over to Travis's turn here. It looks like he has a 5-card hand. Kinetic Converter on a Beachcomber, so that's indicative of there being a incoming transmission soon. Beachcomber will draw a card off of the converter from the flip, and then action. What is going to be the action for turn? Is there even gonna be an action? Just sending Sunstorm into Scrapnel. So just 3. Taking 1. Wait, 3 to 2. So, I was about to say 3 into 1 does not equal 1 unless there's some weird thing I'm not remembering, but Scrapnel has 2 defense, I'm pretty sure, in alt mode, so math is correct, just wrong thing was said, at least from what I can hear. Remember, you guys can't hear the players because I always keep that on mute. So what is going to be the play from Evangelist? Ransack is going to flip up here. There's no question about that. Yep, there's the Ransack flip. So I believe he has 3 attack currently. Oop, I just realized I never changed the characters on Travis's side. Forgive me for that. Backup bag onto backup bag? Backup bag? Backup bag. Ransack going into Beachcomber, but backup bag! When's the last time you saw that C play? What in the world? There have been some weird cards getting thrown around tonight. And Beachcomber is off the field. So now we move back over to Travis's turn. He's got a full health Crankcase, a sort of almost full health Sunstorm, and I don't know how many cards in hand. There is a processor available for pickup. Dropping a bashing shield for the processor. Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't think Vangelis is playing any armors in this build of the deck, so makes sense that the bashing shield would drop. So moving over to Travis's turn. Incoming transmission, draw 2. One has to go back on top. Beachcomber, unfortunately, will not be able to do anything here. Sorry if you hear the clicking. I just have a plastic water bottle here, so. Looks like there was a slight misplay regarding not playing a brainstorm. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a bit of a misplay correction here, similar to what we saw at the end of Game 2 with Take the Shot. So Brainstorm is going to be played, actually, and then Incoming Transmission is the first one. And then I Still Function. Beachcomber is back, and then Beachcomber flips to alt mode. Okay, this play makes a lot more sense now. Otherwise, that incoming transmission would have really not made a whole lot of sense. So Beachcomber flips, calls Pocket Processor, gets it right, obviously, because that was the plan of incoming transmission, and draws 3 as a result. Bringing down the processor onto Sunstorm, and Beachcomber is probably the send here. Yep, Beachcomber is going in. Has to go into Scrapnel because of Brave. Three into 2 takes 1, and Beachcomber is KO'd. And then we move over to Vangelis' turn. Flipping Ransack. Moving 2 damage from Scrapnel over to Ransack. So he's sitting at 5 now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still confused by that backup bag. Like, again, when's the last time you saw backup bags he play? Bashing shield on a kickback. There goes the sparring gear. And what will the action be? Fearless coming down. So if you haven't seen this card, this is a Turbo Revan card. It has a melee blue. And then I think one of your melee characters gets +2 attack until end of turn. And I am looking for it quickly here. Yep, one of your melee characters gets +2 until end of turn, +2 attack that is, and then repair 1 damage from it. And then Scrapnel goes in for 6 or 8, and then Sunstorm blocks 3, takes 5 up to 9. Ooh, this could be going slightly differently compared to the first game. And then we move over to Travis's turn. Oh, there's actually a couple of green icons there. Oh, wait. Was Fearless not counted there? Okay, so Fearless apparently was not counted there, so Sunstorm is actually sitting at 11 out of 14. Ooh, this is a lot more interesting than I initially anticipated. So Crankcase is probably the send here in order to prevent Sunstorm from getting whacked again. So, I'm just trying to see here, like... Flipping Crankcase to bot mode, so there is the +3 boost active. So currently swinging it for 8 into... what's his name? Scrapnel, that's his name. And then a Pep Talk to draw 2, so that ups the hand size by 1. Force Field on a Crankcase, that will definitely help stunt a hit. And then, how many cards in hand? 6. So Crankcase boost is active. Oh, 8. And then, yep, 8 cards in hand. Crankcase into Scrapnel going in for 8 base. There's 9. 9. So 9 attack. Taking 7 on Scrapnel. That was a good swing. God, we've been going for 2 hours, albeit we've only been streaming for about an hour and a half of that just because of the initial delay. Dropping a handheld blaster for an X-Pad on Travis's side, no greens on Evangelist's side, and he will draw for turn. Flipping Scrapnel up to bot mode. Interesting. And then... what is going to be the play? Oh, we got it. Rules. Up, it's a question about... so it's a question... okay, so basically Evangelist was asking... okay, so I'm gonna jump in here and offer up my interpretation. So, what is the exact wording on phase charge? I'm just asking this. I don't... okay, so Backup Bag is a replacement effect that causes it to be scrapped instead of Photon Charge, but the if you do clause makes me think that it would not give the +3. Okay, so basically the situation is, the question is, if an industrial grade phase charge is scrapped while the character has a backup bag as well, and the backup bag scraps instead per its effect, does that give the character the +3? And we're currently ruling that as no, because Techno is not online. At least not that I'm aware. Yeah, Techno's not online, so we don't have any help on this one. So we're just guessing that it does not. So Photon Charge or Phase Charge goes on to Kickback, or yeah, goes on to Kickback, and the Evangelist just realized there is a force field on the field. Chop into Crankcase. 4 Pierce 1 going in to Crankcase. Force field is not going to trigger here. So force field will still be active after this flip. And taking one. Drawing for turn on Travis's side, drawing for the processor. I think the hand size is in double digits now. And Scrapnel does not have Brave right now. So we'll see where this goes. Because Sunstorm really can't afford to take another hit, so there's an X-Pad, there's an X-Pad. 2 X-Pads, now third. Any action play? Brainstorm, ooh, dumping the hand. So that is probably indicative of Sunstorm not flipping. Equipment Enthusiast for 4. That restocks the hand a little bit. But is he going to flip Sunstorm this turn? I honestly don't think he does, just because of the fact that he's running on life support right now with only 3 health remaining? Yeah, 3 health. 14 minus 11 is 3, yeah. So what's the second action off of Brainstorm? If there even is one. There might be a pick here. Supporting Fire coming down again. And going into kickback with Sunstorm. With 8 cards in hand, going for the Sunstorm flip and going for the kickback nuke. That is interesting. 11. Going in here. Going into 1. That is a dead kickback, I am pretty sure. Going in, that is... So yeah, 11 in the kickback, he is gone. And this game just got evened out a little bit. Rapid conversion for a sparring gear, and then we move back over to Evangelist's turn. Ransack's in a somewhat vulnerable state right now, having only 1 defense. Can Ransack do something with 5 attack is the question. What's going to be the play? So there's the Ransack flip as expected. Fusion Bore, that guarantees the kill on Sunstorm. Oh, wait a minute. So they do count as scraps. I mean, we've had this ruling before with, I think, Dismantling Claw and Reactive Armor. When a character is KO'd, upgrades are considered to be scrap from it. So 2 health actually would have been repaired from Scrapnel because of the fact that Kickback got KO'd, because upgrades, when a character is KO'd, upgrades on them are considered to have been scrapped. So the Fusion Bore comes out. Ransack goes into Sunstorm. Backup Bag will trigger here in a moment. 10 Pierce 3, but the Pierce 3 is enough to get Sunstorm here, and Evangelist looks to be in control of this game. Picking up a Bashing Shield as a just-in-case thing. Or actually, no, not as a just-in-case thing. He needs it because there's a Force Field on the other side of the table. And then Scrapnel will heal 1 thanks to the backup bag getting scrapped. Drawing for turn. Crankcase, everyone untaps. Crankcase is going to need to soak a few hits, but with that Bashing Shield in hand against the Force Field and 3 Insecticons, he's going to need to kill one of them this turn in order to stand any chance. And Crankcase is sitting at 8 attacks, so I don't doubt that he can do it. It's just a matter of who does he go after in this situation, because he has free reign. There's an Energon Axe. That definitely helps. So 11 base, or 11 here before flips. Vaporizing the Polydermal Graft. That is indicative of a potential swing into Scrapnel. Okay, so the Polydermal Graft does get scrapped. There's a bit of confusion about what the Fusion Borer was doing there. But again, backup bag scrapped it. Heals 1 from Scrapnel. And how many cards are in hand? It looks like either 8 or 9. Either way, Crankcase is swinging in with 11 before flips. And that is 11. Pierce 2. 11 into 1. 10 gets Scrapnel on the dot. So, Scrapnel is dead. There was just a bit of confusion again there about Fusion Borer, but Scrapnel is off the board. So Ransack and Chop Shop need to finish the job here. Evangelist has the Bashing Shield in hand to deal with the Force Field, but he needs to punch 10 damage through at minimum 2 defense every swing, possibly more because of the way the deck is built. There goes the Force Field, and let's see if Evangelist can get it done. He has an action available. Belligerence! Oh, that's game! I think Evangelist's flips could backfire on him, but we'll see how this plays out. 11 Pierce 3 going in to Crankcase. 11 blocking 1, taking 10. Belligerence? Chop Shop going in. 5 Pierce 1. There's the Pierce 1. And that will do it. Evangelist is taking game 3 and has won in 3 games, losing the mat game with the Greenlight deck and winning the games using bugs. Those were some pretty good sets overall. So that is a taste of Two Losers for you, and of course we'll be bringing to you a feature match each round. And with that being said, I need to get to bed. It is way too late at night for me to be doing this, so hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here tonight. If you did, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that, as well as a link in the description to the main channel. Be sure to, of course, go check that out. As always, again, Evangelist has taken this initial feature match for Two Losers 2-1 using his orange One Tough Bug deck against Travis and his Sunstorm and Sinister deck. So we will see you for the round 2 feature match whenever that will be. Of course, be sure to subscribe if you want to get notified when that gets scheduled. Peace out, y'all.